say something to make you not like me. You might catch feelings and you might wanna fight me, but I don't really care, I'ma say it anyway. Why most comedic guys seem soft and gay? I'm not saying all, but a large amount. Have you ever heard the words that come out of their mouth? Yeah, they cuss like a sailor, but they follow my eye. They carry oaks and wear makeup and thinking it's hot. I think they need to stop, this is a new era. I wonder if the furrows of a war mascara. It probably was a death mask misunderstood. Don't let them D-boys catch them up in the hood. Why NOI? Stop patrolling the block. We get shot by the cops and we calling the cops. Come on, y'all was on another level. The black man was God, the white man the devil. Now the white man, or better yet the European, and the Mars and the bean pies are sold by Koreans. I'm talking what I'm seeing, I'm just a reporter. How you call a woman to be and you got a daughter. Talking about the Hebrews that demonize women and choose Esau over brothers and kin. Probably timid, soft, and scared to fight. Yelling and wearing spikes, trying to fake me out right. But you can't fool me, cause you make a little noise. Cause deep inside, y'all some scared little boys. You really wanna ride, let's take it to the beast. Get revenge for our people killed by the police. Yeah, right. Y'all ain't busting the grape. It appears that you fear you in love with hate. Correct me if I'm wrong, we might all don't get along. European psychology got us all gone. You think we divided? Cause I wear fez and she wear oak and he wear dreads. But the vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to wake you up and get you out of the bed. We lost to get you out the bed. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Oh yeah, I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Y'all think we divided cause I got a fez and you wear and she wear dreads. Y'all think we divided cause I wear fez. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. And she wear and he got dreads. Moors need to wake up too, so I'ma wake up you, so we can get together, do what we gotta do. We ain't done much since the prophet left. More standing on law, we still in this mess. Haven't built the town to hold us down. Paperwork can't fear, we looking like clowns. Never been to the temple, claim we follow the prophet, but I follow the prophet. I understand logic. People in the temple, time to hit the streets. Everybody do their part, and we ain't getting relief. The murder rate can be more than just gone crazy. Dope fiends ODing in the hood on the daily. Weed waste with chemicals, you drink and serve. We fighting over information, we got some nerve. They say that we conscious, we might know a little something, but we just frontin', cause we haven't done nothing, we lost. You think we divided, cause I got a fez, and she got a cross, and he got dreads. You think we divided, cause I got a fez, and he got an and he got dreads. You think we divided, cause I got a fez? Yeah, Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. That's right. I'm trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out. Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Now let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice, that's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean for real, this is what it come to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly or we can get gutter. We are the children of one father, and the breast of one mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the peen trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother. Tell the elder the same, cause on the real, my man, I'm really bout them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. Love, not war, standing on that floor, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you, and those that's talking that this ain't Islam.
Hey, family, back in the building, family. Family, this gonna be a heavy one. This gonna be a heavy one. I'm trying to tell you. Family, you need to call your family. You need to call them. Hold on. You need to call a friend and call a friend. Because I'm going to get you mad when I get you mad. That's going to be my new song. I'm going to get you mad when I get you mad. Because that's how the truth do sometime. Family, listen. Listen. Today's show is going to be a serious show. But I'm excited about this show. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Today is going to be a serious show. Let me turn my camera up a little bit. Today is going to be a serious show. But I'm excited about this show because I don't care what the frauds say. I consider myself a real one. My approach may not be the approach that your approach is to this resolution that we're looking for, but I consider myself a real one. And tonight, we have some real ones on the show that's going to break it down. They're going to show you exactly what I've been telling you. They're going to illustrate it, lay it out, so we can get this nonsense up out of our community. And when I say up out of our community, if I'm going to be the motivator of the community, if I'm going to be in my community and I'm going to be talking to dope boys, if I'm going to be in my community talking to racist politicians, if I'm going to be in my community trying to clean up the community, I want some straight, hardcore, raw, straight shooters beside me. I don't want no shaky people beside me. I don't want you pull up the thing and start shaking. I don't need that. So we got some real ones tonight. Family, this is going to be a good show. I'm trying to tell you, tell a friend. Now, I'm going to make a few jokes along the way. Because Big Shirley, you deserve a few jokes. But this is serious business. Let's get it started, man. We're about to get busy, family. So everybody tell everybody, get your thumbs up, and let's get started.
People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we're here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen, and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men murdering men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your bucks, move straight to Hollywood and straight living it up. And y'all bigging it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help them set it off in the beginning.
Somebody say, I can't help but laugh, but who started calling her Big Shirley? I started calling her Big Shirley because she act like Shirley, always trying to check rerun on what's happening. You know what I mean? And then rerun did that little dance. Big Shirley looked like she need to she don't look like she need to be on the front line. Only front line Big Shirley is on is the cafeteria. Now I'm playing. Stop.
Be careful what you
got me mad.
Cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to misguide you.
Listen, I got some videos. I'm gonna do some spoofs on Big Shirley running right. Excuse me, man. But them breasts is I'm busting her head. She can't hold the gun right. The presses is all over the place. I said, "Cook, what is crazy? Won't she just be the commander in the van? Okay, run left, run left. She shouldn't be running nowhere." And then she got her little boy, her little toy boy running around with the incense. You know what I mean? It's sage. It's sage. He running around with the sage. I'm like, what is this? They praying to everything else except for pointing that gun at the enemy. But man, get rid of that gun. Stop playing all the time, fam. I'm trying to tell you, the big Shirley, she's something to be, man. But we're going to start the show one.
Oh yeah, I want to be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never, and you would never. You ain't never, ever, ever. You ain't never met a more like.
You know what's funny though? Big Shirley put up a post and she put the European, the mask guy, put me next to him. I said, that's a good one, Big Shirley. I'm glad you make jokes about me because that opened the door for me to joke about you. Yeah, I do. Because the little guy that stand next to her looking like Kermit and she looking like Miss Piggy. Yeah, you joked about me first, Big Shirley. Don't worry about it. I get you.
Like this, and you ain't never, ever, ever gonna be one again. I want to be your friend. Peace and love. Just let me be your friend.
Oh, no.
Peace and love. Oh, yeah, you ain't never met a more like this. And you ain't never, ever, ever gonna meet one again. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love. I want to be your friend. Yeah. Let me be your friend. Ali's men. We ain't trying to be enemies. I want to be your. Just let me be your. I want to be your friend. Hey.
Now I know we about to start right now. All right. It is so strong. I want to thank all y'all for joining us tonight, family. We're about to get it in. Here's the intro song. Not going to leave Big Shirley alone. I love Big Shirley. I love you, Big Shirley. But I'm the more you gonna remember.
I be that more you gon' remember.
I don't know why I do
I be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number.
I don't know why
I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. That town. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number.
Coming to the stage, family. We got real revolutionaries. This ain't no joke today. I like to joke, family, but we got real revolutionaries. Y'all remember that show when Ali Muhammad came on? I was like, you a doctor. And then he started talking like the preacher. I was like, oh man, he got me. He got me. Fortunately, let me tell you something. Fortunately, my good brother that I trust, that's right, wouldn't throw me under the bus. And I've had conversations. My good brother put me in tune with these good brothers. And so I'm good. So I can relax. I can relax now. Because I'm telling you, when I was like, we got a doctor, Ali Muhammad. Then he said, put up your 10s and your 20s. Don't forget your 30s. But some of y'all got hundreds. When he did that, I said, man, Reb Chickfoot that came to Morris World TV. But with that being said, we got my brother Eamon here and Yakan in here. I hope I'm saying it right.
He jacked both of them up, didn't he?
Oh man.
And
and
Yakanan.
Yakanan. My bad. I be butchering. I get excited sometimes. But brother Amun, can you tell us a little about yourself, my brother? As we got crackling up in this demonstration, but it's all good because that's what they do when the real revolutionaries come on, or them people want to try to make this stream not fact, last night we had so many like it was a virus going up the side of the screen, but we ain't gonna worry about that. We're gonna get this message out. So, Brother Moon, can you tell us, introduce yourself to the Morse World TV audience? Tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go to say it one more time, brother.
Yakanan.
Yakanan.
Yeah, just let it flow. Don't let it flow. Don't fight it, bro. Just let it flow.
If I butcher it, brother, don't you come for me. Don't you pull up like Big Charlie. I love you. Don't you pull up. Don't pull up. I don't mean it. Brother Moon, the floor is yours, brother.
Yes, sir. First of all, I want to say peace, good evening, everybody. My name is Amota Imhotep. I have the honor and the duty of being the commander of Anubis, which is a special operations task force. A bit about myself. I'm a retired United States Marine, 18 years. Came in the movement because, like every other brother and sister, I was tired. Started as a Black Panther. Started with the new Black Panther Party under Krystal Muhammad. Then left. Then joined with my big brother in the revolution, Brother Pablo Wale, who I met good brothers such as my brother Yakanan and several others. Basically what Anubis is we've done domestic violence rescues. We've done 14 of those. We've also done missing person recoveries. We've done 7. We're still working on 1. We've also combated drug dealers. We've also went toe-to-toe with pimps, and we also fight human trafficking, things of that nature. We've also stood up with the when Antifa came to third war with the Boogaloo Boys, we actually ran them out.
See, that's that real work. That's that real work. And guess what? I ain't seen their video about it. I ain't seen their picture about it. But
we got trophies.
but you know, but listen to what I'm saying. A lot of people do everything for the camera. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like you do it because it needs to be done. That's what it sounds like to me. But with that being said, brother, you up next, brother. A little bit about yourself.
All right. My name is Brother Yakanan Ben Yah. I am the national chairman of the People's New Black Panther Party.
Oh!
I'm based here in Houston, Texas. I've been in the movement for about 7 years now. And I was the local chairman here up under Krystal Muhammad to start out.
Oh, no! Y'all came to attack me.
Trust me, you good, bro.
I'm glad. Go ahead, brother.
So we've been on the ground for many years doing work in the community. We were the ones on the ground doing the Sandra Bland rally, Alfred Wright out in Jasper, Texas. We've been dealing with Cornell X here in Houston, Texas, who is an enemy of the people. And our main thing is we're a political organization. And so we do our best to wake up the political consciousness of the people because voting Democrat, voting Republic, has not helped our people at all. Change we can believe in has not happened for us. We have the right to practice our own politics, but when people are in power who control the politics, who control the education, they miseducate our people and misguide our people. And so we've been pretty lost in the sauce as far as that's concerned. There's nothing wrong with us practicing our own politics, but it's shunned upon by the powers that be because that truly is one of the answers. If you have a knife, a gun, and a pen, we want to fight with all 3. So we are the political arm of the organization.
Come on now.
We let others handle what they handle in their lane. We handle what we handle in our lane. Like Brother Moon told you, with special ops, we concentrate on the politics. And so we are based in the community with community programs, feeding programs, things like that of that nature. I want to say Black Power, Shalom, Hotep, peace and hair grease to everybody that ain't included in that.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. I really admire that because a lot of what I do or what I have done is not showcased on social media because I believe we don't need to showcase all of our efforts on social media. Social media is literally a bridge to reach people so we can do the real work. I understand that. Some people think social media qualifies you for who you are. No, what you do in your community is what qualifies you. So when I can walk down these streets in Baltimore, whether it's Bloods, Crip, Black Guerrilla Family, Nation of Islam, Moors, and I can walk down there and I'm respected, I love that more so than I would love any other attention of a social media post. You know what I'm saying? So I admire that and I honor that. So, brother, I want to start right here. I was, many people had this belief that I was against the Black Panther, the gun, or the whatever you choose to call it, the arm yourself community. Let's just say it like that. And that is far from the case, you know. And Sister Krystal Muhammad has dropped that seed around, and even as recent as last night, a brother mentioned that you're against this, you're against that, and that is far from the case. That doesn't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I live in a danger zone. Why would I want to disarm anybody? That sounds crazy. But whatever the case may be, I support the Tulsa, Oklahoma march. I didn't support Grandmaster Jay because I believe and have confidence, and my research told me that it was a facade, whether it was for his ego, whether he was an agent, whatever side people choose to let the coin fall on. I just believe he was just false in all way, shape, or form. And any attention that he had gotten from these marches, he was using that to benefit him. Now, when I can't remember the brother name that organized the march, but when I seen that brother telling everybody to come out, I was like, man, nobody called me or anything. I was like, man, I gotta push this. You know what I mean? So I went live and like, yeah, everybody need to go there. If you can make it, make it. And then when I seen y'all out there, I'm like, man, I got to get a couple brothers on the show. And then Saturday we're gonna have some commanders come on the show. But when you were in Tulsa, brother, how did it feel, Brother Amun, in Tulsa to be a representative of our people after the 100-year? I don't like to call it an anniversary. I like to call it memorial of the massacre of our people. What was that like, bro?
Well, I'll tell you, it was absolutely, it was hurtful, but at the same time, beautiful. It was a beautiful pain, if you will. And what I mean is, I went on a route recon, I think a couple of months before, and just to see the people in Tulsa, to see the situation on the ground, mental wise, it hurt just to see our brothers just look dead on the inside, and I just was so disappointed in our brothers. But when we went down there that weekend, and when I saw all those brothers and sisters that had different flags, but the same color uniform, you know, the same color flag on their sleeve, we marched down there, and those brothers and sisters had their heads up with pride. When I saw an elder brother, literally cry, shaking his head like this and saying, "Thank you, thank you." That was everything to me. That let me know that the ancestors were pleased, because that's what my whole concern was. When I first went down the recon, I said to Babu and everybody else, said, this is about the ancestors. We have to acknowledge them, because this Tulsa was was one of them little stories. So now it's out there, and for us to take a part of that on a centennial anniversary, it was like, wow, we did it. We did it without incident. We did it, you know. And I was just proud of my brothers and sisters that were out there carrying those flags. Proud of the brothers and sisters that saluted us. Just proud. It was an awesome day to be Black that day.
Indeed, indeed. How about you, big bro? Say it one more time. Yakanan. Yakanan. I'm gonna get it, brother.
You're gonna get it. We're gonna work with it, brother. We're gonna work with it.
How was it for you, brother? Because when I didn't take it as, let me say this before you go, I didn't take it as, you know, trying to force anybody to do anything as it relates to the oppressor or anything. I took it as making a presence, letting them know that we're here. letting them know that we haven't forgotten, letting them know that we can turn up if necessary, but that's typically not what we're here for today, but we're here to remind you that we haven't forgotten. That's how I took it. People be taking it like you supposed to go up in there and shoot up everything. That ain't what that's about. And I didn't take it like that. The only reason I criticized Grandmaster Jay because he made a bunch of threats that he was hoping somebody else would pull off. But y'all didn't make any threats. Why would somebody hold you to that standard? You know what I'm saying? And so it behooves me that people would say, "Oh, y'all came up here and y'all did it like this, did it like that." I mean, it's different situations for call for different actions. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just glad that there was a presence there for representing those who are willing to put it all on the line, and that's what I seen when I seen in y'all. But
Right.
are you, my brother?
Yeah, it was one of the most exhilarating things I have ever been a part of. We went in peace. We are always at peace, but we will defend ourselves if necessary and if approached by any aggression at all. We were there to honor our ancestors. We were there in remembrance of our ancestors, of what happened. You know, with our history, America wants to remember their history. The Jewish wants to remember their history when something goes on, but we're always told to forget, or our history is always swept up under the rug. So we was trying to let the world know that, hey, we haven't forgotten what went on in Tulsa 100 years ago, and we never want a situation to ever take place like that ever again. And we are here to defend our people, to train our people, and let them know that our hearts and our minds are with them in all that we go through today. You know, a lot of people, have painted us in a particular light. And it's not until we get on the ground with the people and they can see us and they can talk to us and we can see we're human just like them, and we are their brothers and their sisters and we love them, and they can call on us for any needs that they may have. And the only way that they'll know that we here for them is if we show them that we're here and show them what our hearts are really truly about. And, you know, just to reiterate, we are a peaceful people, regardless of what anybody says. So the event went off without a hitch. Everybody made it in safely. Everybody made it back home safely. And so it was just joyous to be able to honor our ancestors in that fashion and to walk the same streets, where our ancestors were murdered, brutalized, tortured, and forced to leave their homes. Because what a lot of people don't even know about that situation in Tulsa, what happened on Greenwood, was that the city council went back and made a law that they could not rebuild on land that had been burned. And so they had to get up and leave their homes and were not even able to go back and rebuild what was burned down. And so it was very successful. We showed a lot of unity while we were there. And going forward, that's what it's all about. We have to be the ones that are an example to our people. We don't act like the regular brothers or sisters that you may see in the street. We carry ourselves in a very professional manner with the way that we speak, with the way that we treat one another. And we just want to show love and show that we are united in our cause.
Wow. Excellent. Now I want to get to this. I've noticed for the first time. Now I've been around quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've noticed for the first time, probably the second time, I seen Malik Zulu Shabazz with the burner. That meant something to me. People don't know what that means to me because, for example, I represent the Moorish Science Temple of America, right? And if you see me all the time talking Moorish, but you never see me with a Moorish American fez, you'll be like, this guy doing? You know what I'm saying? And then one day I put on the fez, whether you subscribe to it or not, you be like, okay, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen Malik Zulu Shabazz with his weapon, I was like, man, here we go. And so I actually felt like, okay, now we are going to have a shift of the paradigm. But now on the back end, that was a highlight that I seen. I also seen my brother Babu have to face off with the authorities about the line where it supposed to have stopped, where no weapons could pass. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yes, sir. Actually, that was the first part of our march, and I'm gonna hold that because I got a feeling you're gonna ask about that part. But when we got up there, there were signs that were put up by the city saying that there was no firearms allowed, and we were posted up right there. Ironically, on the other side, yeah, two different sides. Yeah, one side saying Black Power, all power to the people, and on the other side, you literally hear somebody on stage saying, "I'm a bad bee and I got that thing on." So I'm sitting, everybody's kind of confused at that moment as to why we couldn't go over there and get the message. But at the end state, what ended up happening was that we ended up turning around and going back. But I mean, there was nothing that the state passed. So say when the state law, so say it was city law. And what they were saying was that they didn't want any guns in the area or anything like that. Doesn't make sense, especially in the Constitution.
Wow, that's crazy. So they basically created a law off the cuff just so that
But we couldn't be there.
so you could. But was it the funny part about it is that it's an open and carry state, right?
Right. Constitutional carry.
But in the camera view, you can see people beyond that line with weapons.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's the difference when you see brothers and sisters with uniform that are actually going out to stand for what the day actually represented. See, the ideology that they wanted to put in our heads was that this is a celebration. What am I celebrating? My people getting mass murdered? You know what I mean? So, but this is a celebration to them. I mean, it's even black folks that was over there looking at us crazy. This was a celebration to them. It tells you about the mind state that's over. When in the meantime, in between time, we fighting tears back. We holding everything back because of what we know about this particular day.
Well, you talk about a celebration. I seen a couple videos, man, where it was sisters and brothers. They were dancing like the Soul Train line, like it was the Jubilee or something. I was like, what in the world is going on here? Like this is a memorial. This ain't, you know what I mean? Like Memorial Day, they say, the fallen soldiers. This is a memorial. What are you doing?
I mean, it goes a lot deeper than that. You walk by an AME church and you see the Black Lives Memorial fence installation. And it's literally a white woman on top of the cage with a black man, and they taking turns putting bars in there. And I literally did an Instagram video saying, who would have thought after the concourse of 400 years, black people and white people got together and learned how to build a cage. Black Lives Matter. So this is what it's basically a big forgive and forget statement, So what happened over there wasn't our reparation. I'm gonna get on my soapbox. I want my brother Yakin on this spot. I'm gonna be quiet right now.
Yeah, what people don't know about a lot of stuff that was going on the inside was our own people didn't want us there.
Facts.
The Greenwood Council, that was put together, they want reparations, they want their money, but they didn't want our presence there at all. So, that was another situation, where we're dealing with our own people, just being brainwashed, uneducated, the ignorance of our own people. Here we are, we will be there willing, we was there living by the wish factor, wishing if they tried that particular day, it was going to be a major problem, which they did try to sneak a team up on us. And once they seen we wasn't standing down at all, and there was an opportunity for them not to go home just as well as us, they end up standing down and not approaching. So, it was sad to see, our own people, with the way that they dealt with our presence, knowing that we would be there. It was disappointing to know. But, like I said, we made it through it. And so, it was all good at the end of the day, but it was just sad to see our people in this situation and the whole entire city of Tulsa. There was a brother who ended up getting shot while we were there, and we found out some information that's going on in Tulsa that if you get shot there, they will actually chain you to the bed if you're not willing to give up information and not treat you. So when the brothers or sisters get in a situation down there where they have to go to the hospital, they put them in a car and take them home. and a lot of people are dying because they can't even seek medical attention for whatever reason. And we just found that information out while we was down on the ground that evening.
Wow. So let me move into this because I actually named this Krystal Muhammad and her Goons tried to sabotage the formation. And the reason why I named it that because in the beginning, I'm watching this unfold, and although she doesn't have a strong or long reach on social media with her 5 and 6 likes, it really doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? But I didn't want anybody to get hold of the information where she claimed that that they denied her entrance to the stage, when in fact that was a lie. That Babu is a sexist, and I mean she threw out all of these things about Babu, but I have seen nothing less than an honorable brother. You know what I'm saying? Even when she was on my show, she like slid me information trying to accuse Babu of being not who he say he is, and I kind of just brushed it off like, why would she be sending me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be talking about what you're doing. And this was when she was first coming on my show, and I thought she was, you know, a revolutionary. But in fact, she was just sending all of this information. I guess many people have seen the shows, and I said, you know, why was she sending me all of this stuff? I mean, it was people I didn't even never even heard of before. But nevertheless, before the march on Tulsa, she was posting all of this stuff that brother Babu is a sexist. Brother Babu denied her this and denied her that. That brother Babu, they won't let her speak, and he was advocating for her. And he's not the only one that told me that. He was advocating to get her a slot to speak.
So was
Even
I.
though she called him an agent, he advocated for her. And she goes on social media with this stuff. Then she has the audacity to say, basically, she's going to cause some drama, if you will, for all intents and purposes. So,
Right.
as you know, the march is going on, I'm getting reports back that she's on the back of her pickup truck, her and her little crew on the back of her pickup truck. And I just wanted to ask, at that time, was there any hint that she was trying to cause any disturbance? Or you know, body language, agitation, anything?
No.
Not during the scenario, because one, we were ready for any threat that came, and two, it was just, this is Krystal. This is what she does. She has tantrums. She don't get stuff her way. She's gonna throw a tantrum. She don't like something you said. You're an agent. I mean, it's classic Krystal. It's classic.
Yeah. She didn't cause any problems that day. She stayed over with her crew where they was at. So there was no attempts at sabotage at all whatsoever. It was very respectful, and we were not there in that spirit or for anything like that. And even though we talk, you know, sometimes we say this and we say that, when you get on the ground and all of us are gathered together, there's a spirit that comes all of us, over all of us. And it's about the spirit of the moment, because it was bigger than us at that moment. It was about nothing personal going on, no kind of internal beefs or nothing like that. Those are things that we should be handling internally, and we shouldn't be airing our business in public. You know, families fight, so on and so forth. And yeah, we've had, you know, a few problems, you know, here and there. Brother Babu is a very outstanding brother. He was my commanding officer when I came into the organization. And if he wasn't an outstanding brother, I would be the first one to let you know that he was not an outstanding brother, because anybody you see me standing with is going to be righteous. If they not, I'll be the one, you know, to say something, because you know, this real deal Holyfield. This ain't the game, the joke. You know, we putting our lives in each other's hands in order to trust one another. So when we were out there, everybody had each other's back. Everybody had their orders and commands. Everybody knew where they should be, where they shouldn't be, who should be in the formation and who shouldn't be in the formation. So it was nothing but respect out there for each other. So there was no sabotage going on at all. And there wouldn't be if there were any attempts.
Excellent. Right. Excellent. Excellent. So now on the back end, the funny thing about it is that man, I've watched sis go in on Brother Malik, and it was good to see that her and I see they took a picture with Brother Malik Zulu Shabazz right there. You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see that. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, there is a little bit of progress being made as it relates to maybe some communication going on, because I'm getting this in real time. I'm getting all this stuff in real time. And I'm like, maybe it, you know what I mean, some progress going on, because man, she even said some vicious things about Brother Malik. Goodness gracious. I said, maybe some progress going on. But then on the flip side of it, I'm saying to myself, I see this post and it just shatters everything that I'm hoping that, okay, everything about to be smoothed over, and it just shatters it. I see this post, 1 second. I see this post, and it's this post right here, which I'm not a fan of any of. I mean, I disagree with Sister Krystal Muhammad, but I don't see why she should be doing anything like this. 1 second. Right here. So I see this post. What the F is going on? MF's got pigs leading them away from the people. Permitted parades. Yet tell revolutionaries of the NBPP, y'all can't march with us. F out of here. Now, again, this is posted on social media after the fact. This post on social media after the fact. And the odd thing about it is that I show a video where she marched her little group into a crowd of police, and she throws her hands up in surrender while everybody gets tased and targeted. When she mentions a permitted parade, can you help us understand what she is trying to insinuate? I know, but I want the people to know what actually happened.
I wasn't there, you know, when they started talking about getting a permit or this or that. It was the first time that I had ever seen it. So we never get permits for anything that we do. For this particular, it was for part of it. Part of it we didn't have a permit. Part of it we did. Like I said, that's not something normally we do. That was a compromise with somebody else because we had so many different groups there. So to my understanding, when I questioned why were we getting a permit, it was because a compromise. They wanted to make a couple of the brothers comfortable with something. So that's all I know about it. I can't really speak on it because I didn't apply for it. And so I had my name not on it. So I have no idea what was going on. I don't know if Brother Boom may have more information on it.
Well, to answer the question further, Brother Nick Bezel was the one who got the permit. That's Elmo Geronimo Pratt Gun Club. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for him and Malik, none of the march pretty much would have happened. Him, Malik, and Babu. So I have to get them theirs. But at the end of the day, like my brother Yakana so eloquently stated, yes, there was a compromise because we had people in Tulsa nervous. We were invited, but they were kind of nervous. So we said, for this particular march, we would get this permit for this to be able to do it. So we had to make sure everything we did was in we were coinciding with the law, if you will, at that point in time. Now, again, like my brother Yakana said, there were 2 phases of march. One was not permitted. That was the most important part. That was the march in the Greenwood. The one that was permitted was the one that MLK, Martin Luther King, the Pine, which virtually hardly anybody was outside. But we were going down the main street. Wasn't necessarily for it, but I get the concept. Again, the compromise. Our whole intention was not just about going to show how bad we are in F the police.
Absolutely.
Our whole intention was to honor the ancestors and to let our people know and to stand up for themselves and educate themselves on the law and what they should and should not tolerate. That's it. Not on tough guy stance. Not no we some bad revolutionary stances. No. If it was a war maneuver, they wouldn't even know we were there.
So I'm trying to deal with this. Hold up 1 second. I'm trying to deal with this little clip thing. I don't know what that's all about. So give me 1 second. All right. See if I can. Let me see if I can deal with this click thing real quick. I'm gonna try to log into something else. Hold up. All right, let me see. Did I log in?
Look like you muted yourself, brother.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
I got some echo going on. You muted. You muted.
That's him.
There you go. Well, you keep muting yourself.
I got you.
Yeah, you gotta hit the reverb.
You be doing all these other shows, you don't have this problem. Now you get us on here now, all of a sudden you don't know how to work your ones and twos all of a sudden.
You beat me to it, bro.
All right, can you hear me now?
You back.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to get that. You hear that crackling in the background?
We here.
Yeah.
You gotta fight through it, bro. Just fight through it. It happens all the time. Don't worry about it.
All right, man. I was trying to do something else, so let's just do it like this. We can do what we've been doing. Let me
You're gonna be all night worrying about that crackling. It's gone. Welcome to the struggle, brother. Just let it go.
Right.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Like you said, all these shows I do, and now here we go with all of this crackling, and man, come on, this is ridiculous. So with that being said, where was I at? I just tried to go on my laptop and see if it would stop, but it is what it is. So with that being said, on that post, right? Let me pull it back again. On that post, let me ask you this: do you consider what you, Brother Amun, set out to do was accomplished?
Yes.
In Tulsa? What was your actual mission in Tulsa?
My actual mission, after seeing those brothers and sisters out there in the mental state and the condition, was to show them something different. Literally to show them something different and to galvanize the people, influence their hearts and minds to love themselves for a change. Because what I saw was a bunch of brothers and sisters that forgot how to love themselves. Wow. And also to honor the ancestors. You know, when I went to the museum, when I walked on the streets, I put my hands on stuff. I touched stuff. I got to drop my tears after I understand the story. I studied the story. So I got to drop my tears. I got to feel that pain. Then I got to look at some of my brothers and sisters out there in Tulsa and see their pain. So yes, I think we accomplished our mission.
Let me ask you, brother, you mentioned earlier, both of y'all, you mentioned earlier that you was a part of Krystal's organization. And if you don't mind me asking, you ain't got to ask anything. But I'm just trying to get some idea of why it seems to be so much controversy when anybody deals with Krystal Muhammad. And I'm saying I'm new to all of this. You know what I mean? Only one I've ever known was Malik Zulu Shabazz. I've known him for quite some time. But I'm new to all this. I'm like, I'm finding out that every person that she's in some type of communication with, she has a fallout and they become an agent. She called Taco an agent, General Taco an agent, and she on the same flyer with him. She calls Malika agent, and she just takes a picture with. I ain't taking no pictures with no agent. You ain't gonna never see me take a picture with Grandmaster Jay. I say he's an agent, whether nobody else believe it. If I'm the only one in the world that believes it, you will never see me take a picture with anybody that I say that agent. I could be wrong, but that ain't something I'm going to do. So I just want to get some understanding of why in the world does everybody that she comes in contact with, there's conflict happen. And I know you can't speak for everybody, but maybe there's a reason that the both of you have not carried on with her organization.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know whether y'all can go first.
I'll speak on it first. I mean, man, we all have problems. You know, we've all been, affected in a very negative manner, by white supremacy. Some of us feel like we are nothing, out here in the world. And so when we get on this Panther platform, it becomes everything to us. And it just seems that when people have conflict with the sister, that's just kind of like her first go-to. And if you don't know, if you're on the outside looking in, you really won't know her. Like I said, Krystal Muhammad brought me in. She bring a lot of soldiers in. But part of the problem is she will also turn a lot of soldiers off by not having proper skills as far as problem solving skills, conflict resolution. And so there's an immediate attack instead of sitting down having a proper conversation like we should. These things should all be handled internally. We have protocols that we should follow. And really what it just boils down to a lack of discipline. And this is no knock, but the history, of what has happened, has basically started to turn a lot of people off. When you see the conflict going on, people coming into the organization, running up against some conflict, it turns a lot of the soldiers off to where they come in and they never even want to deal with it ever again because they can go, be a nigga anywhere. And they don't come here to be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? They come here to, get on the ground, fight for their people. So I can't relate to the mind state. I can't tell you why, it happens, but it does happen. And you just have to know the sister and know if you get into conflict.
I wanted to say this, brother Yakin. I don't know much. I don't know much of the inner workings, if you will, but I just know from the last 8 months that I've been looking at this, all the conflict is coming from Ali Muhammad, Krystal Muhammad. And not to put anybody into any of that, but I've talked to people from each and every, if you call it regime or organization, Anubis, and you, just another on my list that I've talked to that I can relate to. But each and every one that I talked to, the whole conflict was with Ali Muhammad and Krystal Muhammad. And it seems like everybody else is trying to work out their differences. But over here, so let me ask, how do we move forward when we have this sort of opposition that's within the organization as a collective? Because these two oppositions are very serious.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me answer that. We got to get to the root cause, okay? Because every problem has a root cause, correct? So I look at 4 simple words, and it's the same exact word: Ego, 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 ego. The fact of the matter is, there's a duty in the five duties of a panther, which I love. The fifth one, it's the last one. Put all feelings of self-importance and self-greatness aside and focus on the greater good of the people. And we are starting to lose touch with that. Since I came into the Panthers, since I came into the movement in general, even way back in 1997 when I first worked with I didn't know no better, with the NAACP as a paralegal intern. It was always about the greater good of the people. And now it's like, it's for the greater good of me. It's about my organization, a bunch of, I call it conscious competition. My unit's better than your unit. I'm the vanguard. No, I'm the vanguard. What do you define as the vanguard? Because as I look at it, all of my brothers and sisters that were out there in Tulsa, when the people needed us in Tulsa, that was the vanguard. Those are brothers and sisters on the front line ready to walk and do march, do whatever they had to do, whether they had a weapon or not, willing to stand for their people. But yeah, here we go with our ego. I've been doing this 30 years. I've been doing this 40 years. Well, if you've been doing it 30 years, you've been doing it 30 years the wrong way. The fact of the matter is, just because you've done something for 30 years, hell, we've been oppressed for 400 years. And that ain't been too kosher. So something has to be different. We got to do something different. And the main thing I'll tell everybody, put your ego to the side. Another thing is that emotional. That's another one. I'm not a very emotional person in a lot of contexts. I'm business, never really personal. This conversation we have is business, not personal. Has she done stuff to me? Sure. Do I worry about it? Does it make me not sleep at night? No. Because at the end of the day, it's business. I'm not a Panther anymore. I'm right here. I'm a Nubis. But that brother right there, Yakanan, is my brother. Don't get that twisted by fault. Anybody wearing a Panther logo is still my brothers and sisters. I'm out of my ego on that. I don't think Anubis is just a vanguard and that's it. No, man, if everything happened tomorrow, if all hell broke out tomorrow, we all have to come together as one nation and defend ourselves.
That's
and
right.
if you look at it from a military standpoint, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, they all have one common goal, which is global domination. We should have one common goal, which is national defense. And if we can't get past our ego on that, we've already lost before the shot was fired.
Well, if someone keeps initiating drama, though, shouldn't some kind of way there be a system to get them outside of the organized effort to come together, like the Navy, Army, Air Force, and et cetera, et cetera? Like, you can have differences. I disagree with theoretically with the Nation of Islam, but that don't mean I can't go to the Nation of Islam Mars. I disagree with certain approaches as it relates to our liberation with different organizations. But nevertheless, I'm gonna stand there with you. It is what it is. I wish I could have been in Tulsa. I was at a family reunion, but the point that I'm making is those that keep on, how far does it go when we say enough is enough? You know, you're not going to keep on causing these disturbances and these distractions, because if you're causing too many disturbances and distraction, you might be doing something for somebody else, or your ego is just that big that you don't even see the damage that you're doing. How do we stop that?
It definitely should be a punitive situation when you're dealing with the military. I myself, we've already, we talked about some measures we're going to take that I cannot discuss at this time amongst the General's Council, but there will be some other actions taken. But at the end state, yeah, you're absolutely right. That should be taken away from us completely, because it's a distraction. It's a total and complete negative distraction. Another thing is, some of us got to get that fear out of our chest. If it's wrong, say it is. I don't care. And a lot of us will say, well, that's a sister. But this. I don't care. Call me a misogynist. I'm not one. But call me that if that makes you feel good. I'm saying it because you're wrong. If you're a brother and you do it, I take you worse. But at the end state, if you're a sister, you're wrong. If you're a brother, you're wrong. If you identify as a brother, you're wrong. I don't care. The fact of the matter is, when you lose context. If you lose focus on the greater good of the people, you have to be dealt with accordingly.
Absolutely.
And you have to understand something, brother, as well. You know, we all make mistakes. And for it to get to this point, we have all been wrong. And we have not surrounded one another and supported one another in love. But what we have built now with the General's Council, we have all come together now. We are speaking on these issues that are at hand that have been holding us back. And now we're working toward to correct all the mistakes that we have made moving forward, and also to put things in place to where we never deal with this ever again on this level. So, you know, behind the scenes, we are taking care of business in-house. And, you know, hopefully we'll be able to come out in front of the people as a united force for everybody to see us in the light that we really should be seen in. We are about unity. And so when we see somebody that is really not with unity, it makes you question, because it's like we done read books, we call ourselves intelligent, but here we are continuing to repeat mistakes that have already been made. If you know the enemy is trying to divide and conquer you, how can you turn around and go do the enemy work for them? You know, we supposed to be accountable. That's like the brothers out there killing one another. You know, that's like the sisters going to the abortion clinic. And we're doing the enemy's work for us. And we're supposed to be an example to the people. When you see us with this black on, when you see us, you know, armed to the T, you know, we ready for whatever. So we also have to get our mind straight, you know, with our own people first. And that's something that we have to deal with. We have people in the organization, you know, whose minds are not completely with them, or, you know, being led by the ego. And we got to put it in check, and we got to stand up for what's right. Bottom line, there's no questions about it. Right is right, wrong is wrong at the end of the day, and we're about right. And that's the only way we can move forward. And we definitely making progress on that front.
On that note, let me ask a question on a sidebar. Was either of you participating in any of the marches last summer? Any of the formations last summer when the call was made?
No.
Moon said no real fast.
Which ones were you talking about?
I'm talking about like the in fact formations, any of that. Did y'all participate in any of that?
No, not at all, brother.
So this wouldn't even be a good question, because I was going to ask though if y'all participated, because I believe that a lot of sincere people participated. But when the call was made for the 100-year recognition of the massacre that happened in Tulsa, there is no in fact to be found. And I think that's a tragedy, you know, because there is some real ones that walk that ground with carrying that in fact flag. And to see the Supreme Commander to give an order not to participate, that I hope, I don't have nothing personal against Grandmaster Jay. The only thing that's personal to me is that I will, until something is given to me, I will go away from here believing that he's not who he say he is. It is what it is, unless something else comes up. My skin in the game is that we're losing valuable people that can be instrumental in our resolution following frauds. Strong soldiers, inspired soldiers, on fire soldiers that lose their flame of fire when they find out, man, I've been following a fraud. This ain't going nowhere. This is a dead end. And so I have a voice, and my voice is to say, be careful. This ain't right. Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. In short, the same thing happens in the Moorish Science Temple of America. All of these fraud grand sheiks and leaders in our religious organization, they take people money for 20 and 30 years, haven't produced a store. They talk it though, haven't produced own anything, haven't produced a school, 20 and 30 years. You understand what I'm saying? And brothers and sisters are coming for 2 years and be defrauded for 2 or 3 years, and then they just lose their frame. They just say the heck with it. I still believe in Noble Ali, but forget it. And so our people following these frauds, these dead-end revolutionaries, if you will. Is there something in place that's being discussed behind the scenes to address those type of things, because it'll always come up. Somebody's always going to appear and try to redirect the people. And I'm talking about our power is in the people. Redirect the people, you redirect the power.
That's very true. I'll say it like this, brother. We can put any protocol in place on Earth, and we have. However, that's not up for us to decide. It's time for our people to start thinking, or use more cognitive thinking. I'm just gonna be real with it. Not trying to be disrespectful to my people, but I gotta be honest with this. Okay, it's time for us to get out of the I want to follow you thing. If you're gonna join this, the movement, militia world, whatever you're gonna join, use cognitive thinking. If somebody's trying to use cult culture and say you gotta be this particular religion to join this union, use cognitive thinking, because we're a nation of many. So with that being said, you have to represent a nation of many. If somebody's saying me, I, me, follow me, I'm the, and my favorite phrase that Little Master has said, I am the one that's going to take you to freedom. Really?
Talk to him, brother.
If you telling me there's one person that's going to lead over millions of the people to liberation, that has different thoughts, ideologies, the way they do things, methodologies, the whole nine. But you solely are this one galactic superhero that's going to come here and rescue every single black mind on the planet because of your rhetoric. We need to use cognitive thinking. If they're saying you have to follow and do as I say, and I can talk to you any way I please with no kind of respect whatsoever, you got to use cognitive thinking. Me and Yak and I can sit together and make a whole set of operational procedure right now along with the General's Council. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. But if you are stuck in a follower culture, if you're a sheep, then that's not going to count. Because at the end of the day, as soon as you see something flashy on YouTube, you're going to go back. I'm not a sheep, I'm a lion. I roll with lions or silverbacks. Okay? We don't like sheep. Sheep will kill. Sheep. The fact of the matter is, when this stuff started, myself and several other brothers were trying to warn the people, hey, don't do that. And they fought back so hard. So again, use cognitive thinking. We can't make you do nothing. We tried to. We tried to warn everybody. We got death threats. We got people calling us haters. We got people talking trash. I don't know how many friends I lost in this trash. But at the end of the day, that's okay.
Let me ask you this. How many came back and say you were right? Because I've got many that came back and say, thank you, bro. You were right.
Well, I had a few. And after that, we were like brothers. And he came and he addressed me as a brother. And as a brother, I told him, brothers fight. It's over. Shake my hand, hug me. I love you, brother. Don't worry about that. Gear up. Let's go.
And so with that being said, before I get Yakinen back in for a second, I wanna get everybody into the know. Family, listen, just like you hear this clicking in the background, I don't know what that is. It happens periodically. It could be them people. Who knows? It is what it is. I mean, I think we transparent enough because we know that we're on social media. This is the Europeans Network. It is what it is. So I think we smart enough to know how to move within this space. But with that being said, family, I want to give you a bunch of other information. Some of it is going to be dramatic. Some of it going to be shocking. And so, as I promised you, I got my website is building, but I also have this space where I'm going to be uploading stuff every week, family. I want to share with you real quick. It's right here. I'm going to put the link in here, and it's a paid platform. You don't have to pay if you don't want to. So don't think that I'm trying to fleece you. What I'm trying to is expand the brand. Absolutely. I don't care what people say. I'm trying to expand the brand. And what you see right here is coming. This is the platform right here. But what you see is I'm going to be releasing one of the top commanders of Grandmaster J. He is going in, he's putting it out there of what it is, because I believe you deserve to know what it is. And so, give me 1 second. Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can find a clip real quick. I believe that you deserve to know what it is. And let me see real quick. And I'm going to let you know what it is. I'll find it in a minute. But if you are interested, I'm going to put the link here. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to have, let me see if I can stop share. We're going to have, I'm going to tell you off the top, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be controversial. Let me share this link with you. It's going to be controversial, number one. The first 2 weeks, man, this gonna be tough. The first 2 weeks, we're gonna have a brother that was with Dr. Krystal Muhammad in the early days, and he is going to break down his experiences with Dr. Krystal Muhammad, Steve Coakley, Malik Zulu Shabazz. It's very controversial. I'm telling you now, it's extremely controversial. What this brother has to say, it's very, I think anybody that's in the revolutionary fight, they should consider all information that's presented. They should at least consider it. I don't want to get my channel taken down, because, as I said, this is the bridge to the people. And so only serious people would make a financial contribution to a platform. Only serious people will. Everybody else want to be spectators. So on this platform, we're also going to have a lot of the people that have dropped off from NFAC, because I've covered NFAC. A lot of people that dropped off will be on that platform. I mean, it's going to go. It's going to be flowing. Also, a lot of stuff that I've been covering for the last year, a lot of people that been chilling in the background, they're ready to come forth. I got a serious story about, and if he's watching, he better be aware. It's a serious story about K-Foss and Michi X coming up. I'm not turning it into a soap opera, but I'm telling you, this stuff, the issue is that in our community, man, I like how my brother Yakinen is posted up. You mean he's a stone face, he's a soldier. A moon, straight stone face, telling you straight how it is. He's a soldier. Our community deserve those that call themselves soldiers. They deserve the discipline that comes with a soldier. I'm not a soldier. You know what I'm saying? But our community, when they look over their shoulder and they looking for a soldier for protection, that's what they should see. That's what they should see. And we cannot produce that with a bunch of this buffoonery. And I don't like to say it much, but buffoonery and coonery going on. Each one sleeping with this one, sleeping with that one, homosexuality, conversations, all of this stuff. I'm telling you, I'm bold enough to put it out there. I'm bold enough to interview people to tell the real story. So brothers like Yakinen, Amun, behind the scenes, that they can say, okay, I got that. I heard that. I heard this. I heard this. This is how we must move forward, so we can ensure those who take our place be more polished than those that were standing next to me that was unpolished. So anybody that wish to join the platform, I will be starting with my interviews next week, next Thursday, and you're welcome to come on. I will be putting clips on the channel. It will be very exciting. I'm going to play a little clip in a moment. Let me ask Brother Amun. Brother Amun, what do you think about that? I think, in my mind, I want to have a space where I can dispense information that's really, it's not gossip, but it's what has been going on to cause the deterioration of the morale. No morale, there is no liberation.
I'll say this. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you asked that question because of things I heard even when I wanted to come on here. It's like, be careful, he's messy. Let me answer for you. You are in the media. You're in the habit of giving the news. You only report what's given to you. So if I'm giving you liberation, you're gonna report liberation. If I'm giving you mess, you're gonna report mess. So who's the messy one? You see what I'm saying? I can't call you that. And be honest with you, I can't. So at the end state, I think it's very important. We need to know what to do. We need to know what not to do because again, we have a follower mindset. We'll follow anything that looks good. If it has over 1 million some views and sponsored by alkaline water, we own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because folks are still woke. I tell folks that I'm woke, I'm not conscious. I'm African, I leave it there. Reason being is because I have the knowledge. I was conscious when I woke up. Because conscious just means being able to breathe, look around. Conscious just means being cognizant. I recognize things. But to be African is to tap into everything that is your spirituality, your tradition, your culture, your heritage, you. Or if you don't say you're African, you're an indigenous inhabitant of Turtle Island. Great. But you embrace that.
I'm descended from the inhabitants of Africa.
Right with me. But what I'm saying is
that old Turtle Island stuff, that stuff fugazi too to me, bro. But hey, if they want to be on the back of a turtle, then by all means be on the back of the turtle. I'm right with the inhabitants of Africa.
I'm right with you. If you said you came here on a hubcap of a spaceship, that's what's up. Do your thing. But at the end state, if I'm listening to someone and they're giving me information on what not to do, and I'm new to this, and I understand a lot of us are youngsters, and we're trying to do something different. Beautiful, great. And I tell people, you need to learn how to put down videos and pick these up. See that? It's not that bad if you open it up. It don't hurt. Let's throw it at you.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, some of us need to get into the habit of articulate, in-depth study. Then you can start saying that you're enlightened. I don't say I'm conscious on what I'm somewhat enlightened. I'm still learning. I'm a kid in this. But for the most part, platforms like yourself and others that are giving tangible, logical information that is designed to empower us, very necessary. And sometimes it's gonna be stuff you don't want to hear. You might have to hear, this person's a fraud. This person ain't no good. This person ain't who he say he is. But even that's tangible information. That's stuff I need to hear. I don't believe in uniting everybody across the board. I'm a true Garveyite. I'm a Garveyite. Hey, Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, everybody's not going to Africa with me. There's something no good here. There's going to be no good there. And I stand on that because even in our units, which we have worked on, which we have refined, there are those of us that are no good here and they're going to be no good there. That's why we having this discussion today. So at the end state, any platform that you have to get that information.
And let me say this, brother, before I bring on Yakanan and brother Talib, I always make a disclaimer that if you show me where I'm wrong, not emotionally, you're mad because I said something about you, or you're mad because I said something that you don't agree with about your brother or your sister, whatever the case may be. Not that. Show me where the information I put out is wrong.
Right.
I apologize and take it down. I've always said that. I've always said that. Just show me. If you can pick out the video with the timestamp and said, right here on this video, Mark 5:23, that's wrong, and here's the truth, I would apologize and take it down.
That's logical.
You'd be mad at me.
It's called emotional.
Brother Yakanan.
Yes, sir.
Before I bring the brother on, so You're in Houston, right?
Yes, sir. In the belly of the beast.
And
Down
you
here
do
with
the
all
you
the
do
drama where it go down.
H-Town. I was
Yeah.
just watching Slim Thugger today, man. I'm liking how Slim Thugger evolved, man. Slim Thugger, man, he evolved, man. He talk crazy. He hanging with the family. With that being said, brother, what's it like on the ground of H-Town where in the moon? Are you from that? Are you from H-Town also? What
I'm
is
in
it
Houston.
like? What is it like on the ground in H-Town when you have Krystal Muhammad group and you guys? Do y'all ever cross paths? Do y'all? What is the feeling as it relates to being separated?
Brother, you want to go first?
Um, I don't think everybody really know the history of, what has even happened, how we got to this point. There's a lot of things.
Would you like to talk about that? I would love to hear about that
Yeah, because
history.
people be confused. They be like, where all these different groups come from and so on and so forth. We ain't never touched on that and educated the people on exactly what it went on, how we got to this point. There's mental illness that run in our community that we don't deal with a lot. We don't even speak on it. Some of our people are just straight up sick. You have the enemy, who is known to sit back and watch something going on. And so their whole thing is to try to get out in front of it and start leading it. So we'll have these imposters out here, acting like they this and they that. And at the end of the day, they just leading our people away because back to the sheep come in. A lot of our people are sheep and all they're going to do is follow. And so our enemies know this. And so, they make some look big and spectacular and grandioso and this and that. Next thing you know, we done got a lot of soldiers that's been, headed out and went in the wrong direction. As far as on the ground here in Houston, man, we got something we call a ground game. You know what I mean? And when you on the ground, when you real about it, you on the ground working it. The people here in Houston know who real and they know who fake. They know how to separate it because they see you out there on the ground doing the work. That's one thing you can't fake. If you chasing cameras and you over here, this and that, and you ain't there doing the work with the people, we point that out to the people and we say, hey, who do you see here doing this work? Who is it that love you, care about you? Who is it, that's trying to have conflict resolution on the ground with the people, loving them as a true brother and a sister as the way it should be versus somebody calling you this, calling you that, so on and so forth. So here on the ground, man, we have a couple of groups with Anubis and the Huey P. Newton Gun Club and the People's Party. We all here, we all clicked up, we united. So the real recognize the real at the end of the day. So it's no problem here in Houston, man. We at peace when we're on the ground. When we do run across anybody, we embrace them as brothers and sisters because they may have gotten brought into something that they have absolutely no clue about. They just as clueless. They come into it just clueless. Somebody tell them something, and they define it for them. That's all they know to go on until they see something different. Like Elijah Muhammad said, with the clean glass of water and the dirty glass of water. So we just present ourselves as a clean glass of water, but that's not going to stop people from, putting their cups of water on the table too. So the people have to be able to look at it for themselves and make a choice.
So before we get into the history, let me invite brother Talib from Fred Hampton Gun Club, and I wanted to get him in on this conversation before we get into that history. Brother, are you there, or did you freeze?
Black Power, brother.
Yeah, you there, brother. Let me hear you speak. I think we having technical difficulties just a little bit, but
Appreciate you bringing me on. Salute to the generals, salute the moon, salute Yakanai. It's good seeing you, brothers. I miss you guys already.
Likewise, brother.
So real quick, brother, I wanted to bring you on real quick because we're about to get into the history of how the confusion started with Sis. But I wanted to bring you on because I seen this post, brother, and in this post, your name was mentioned. Let me see. Yeah, your name was mentioned. Here we go, right here. And this is just messy. You know what I mean? This is just messy. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get a little bit messy for 1 second. In this post right here, it says that I have been threatened by sexist black men of the movement, Babu, Wale and Babu will be here Saturday. Talib, Atunde, and AJ Fraser. One thing, our platform is much bigger than Krystal Muhammad 506 views. So I want to give you the ability to speak in your own name, as I will my brother AJ, as I will my brother Babu, before this goes out on the internet recklessly. At least you can direct somebody and say, I already responded to that. You can go check that out at mark number such and such, such and such. Because I like to face stuff head on, and I hope you would too. You follow me? So brother, the floor is yours.
That particular post, we had a generous conference and we discussed Krystal Muhammad being included and everything like that. The idea again is essentially unity. Muhammad, that was, we wanted it to be a unity because one of the ancestors wanted to put all the drama to the side, and we included everybody, so no one can say, "Hey, you didn't include me, you didn't let me come." We had a discussion that if anyone came to disrupt what we had going on, that you would be dismissed. That included myself, that included my members, that included Amun, Malik, anyone that came to disrupt what we put together was going to be removed. And it was articulated to her. Unfortunately, the sister took what she heard and translated it into something else to the people. And she ran with it. No direct threat was given to that sister. We wouldn't threaten her. But her defense mechanism always seems to be, I'm a woman. There's no gender when it comes to leadership. You're not a male, you're not a female, you're a leader. So you're going to be addressed as a leader. But what she does is she uses her gender as a defense mechanism to weaponize it against people who stand against her foolishness. And that gets her pumped up, and her followers pumped up to attack us and say, oh, well, this is just men jumping on a black woman. No, when you're in a position of leadership, we get on you. For example, Malaris is a black female. Well, she doesn't identify as one, but that's another conversation. But she's in a position of leadership. If we dislike her policies and what she's doing, it's not because she's a female. It's because you're a leader and you're not standing up for what you're supposed to be standing up for.
Facts.
So well spoken, brother.
So in that statement, real quick, in that statement, she's saying you threaten her. And So I'm glad you cleared that up. There was no threat. You know what I mean? There was no threat. But brother, you also, before I get to the history, you also was live streaming, and she attacked your live stream yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was.
My live stream?
I think on your live stream, she done went and made these weird old comments.
I didn't catch it. I try not to read comments when I go live. I swipe the comments to the side so that I can focus on what I'm talking about. Like right now, I can't see comments in it because we having a conversation with people. Well,
that's good, bro. That's good. That's good, because sometimes I don't read them either. You know what I mean? Once I do the show, I try to go back and respond to people, but boy, I be getting attacked all around the board. So, brother Amun, what is the history behind the conflict?
I'll give it, bro.
I'll say this. I can only speak on my end. No, so far as everybody else, that's for them to speak on. I personally, do I have a personal vendetta against Krystal? No, I just see a foolishness, and the best thing, I've always been taught the best thing to say to a fool is no. So at the end state, there's been damage, and I've articulated that to her. And as a matter of fact, in that same post that she said that somebody threatened her, you see a long thread of me saying, hey, you call people agents, that put targets on people's back. She had 300-some pounds threatened me at one time because she said I was an agent, because I left her formation. All right. She's damaged a lot of brothers, not just AJ and Talib, not discounting or minimizing nothing that happened to them. But I know it's a brother in north side of Houston, Yakana, you probably know what I'm talking about, that can barely walk outside the street without getting pulled over by a cop because he was affiliated with Krystal's regime. You know what I'm talking about? He barely comes outside now because of that. There are brothers' lives that have been destroyed. What's my issue with her? That. What's my personal issue with her? Nothing. I told you, it ain't personal, it's business. You taking good brothers and sisters off of the street with your foolishness. That's a problem. That's a security problem. That's also a doggone recruitment problem. Because the more brothers and sisters that see that, are the more brothers and sisters that don't want to be a part of this movement. And I can't blame them.
So someone says, let me get Moonlight Collective. Moonlight Collective says, but here y'all are being messy. What's the progress of this? This is not being messy. This is we are public, we are public people. Let me say this, Moonlight Collective. This stuff has played out in public. Did you not just hear the brother said there's a brother that he knows that is not able, or he refuses to come out because he doesn't want to be harassed by the police? That means that connection has compromised his joys of life.
May I say something?
Shouldn't the public know about that?
May I say something?
Yes, sir, bro.
Out of total respect to you, sister. I mean, I don't know who you are, but okay, that's fine. If that's your opinion, so be it. But at the end state, is it really messy when this stuff? It's interesting when stuff is done to us in public. We respond publicly, and all of a sudden we bad. We the bad guys. I'll be the bad guy here. I had a conversation earlier with a brother saying, you know, that's a sister. You know how they gonna feel about it. Let them feel like it then. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And if we got to call it out in public, if it was done in private, it'd have been addressed privately, and we'd have handled it privately. But when you going to thousands of people, you posting this stuff online, you going on Fred Hampton Jr.'s show, desecrating the doggone event that was designed to honor the ancestors. You're going on all these other broadcasts and everything else, doing these speeches, doing these lives, pulling up at people's houses, whatever stupid reason. Nobody's supposed to say nothing?
No, we supposed to just let it flow.
I'm gonna be the bad guy here.
I told a brother privately, a newly brother that joined Brother Malik. I think he joined him. He gave me the impression that he did, but I told him, he said, brother, but you can't keep coming at MBPP, brother. You know what I mean? I'm not coming at MBPP. What are you talking about? He said, coming at Krystal Muhammad. I said, I don't consider her MBPP. I just don't. I call her Krystal Muhammad. And he said to me, but when you mention her, you associate the whole new Black Panther Party. I said, what? It's going to come a time that somebody's going to have to start snatching patches.
Facts. If you don't want to hear about it, do something about it.
At some point, these fraud Moorish Americans going to have to get their flares snatched off their head for misrepresenting what I say I love and my family stand for. Because my son don't need to be walking up the street being ridiculed or targeted because some ignorant fool on the internet talking goofy. So at some point, some fezes need to be snatched off these heads, and some patches need to be snatched off some people's uniform. That's what it's ultimately. That's what it's going to come to, whether we like it or not. Because the generation that's with us, when they start joining these organizations, they're going to take the energy of our frustration, and they ain't going to have the patience to try to work it out as we have.
I think we're in the generation of those people that are okay with dysfunction. I think we're okay with folks being corrupt and just letting them be corrupt because you don't want to put it out there. And if you do, you're being messy. Now, no, the same people that'll call you messy, if you go on that social media page, they're being messy all day long. If I'm giving a corrective action, and this is just phase one, it's kind of like a shot across the bow because I've offered in private an opportunity for her to come to us. Am I lying, brothers? An opportunity to sit before the table, air your grievances, claim self-accountability, apologize so we can get it. Does that sound familiar, brothers?
Roger that.
That's the whole thread. And what she told me is, I'm not going to apologize. And they kept on with the malarkey. So if you don't apologize, you don't have any self-accountability, and you keep doing stuff in public. You slap me in public, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
That's normally how it goes, though.
I'm not gonna wait till I get home. I'm not gonna wait till I go home, go next door, knock on your door, walk inside, say how you doing, and bam. No, you hit me in public, I'm gonna punch you in public.
And that's just how it's supposed to go. Anything you like to add on to the history of how we get to this point, brother Yakinen, and then I'll get my brother Talib in on it.
Yeah, you know what people don't know. I was here in Houston, Texas, when all the chaos got started. I was probably kind of part of the chaos. So let's speak a little bit on the history of how we got here and what we're doing to reverse all of this nonsense.
Right.
Malik Zulu Shabazz was the chairperson of NBPP. Malik Zulu Shabazz was getting ready to step down, retire. He was going to name Hashim Nzinga the chairperson. A group of people, Krystal, some more chapters from around the country, said that Malik was supposed to have been calling for a vote of the NBPP for the next chairperson. All of a sudden, Malik came back. I don't know if this is true or untrue, but they said Malik wasn't aware that he could name his chairperson. And so he came back and named his chairperson as Hashim Nzinga. All right. So Krystal, some more people went down. They held a separate national convention, voted Krystal in as the national chairperson. And so when she came back to Houston, all of a sudden there was a split between the organization. You had Hashim Nzinga on one end, who's the national chair of the NBPP. You had Krystal Muhammad down here in Houston, Texas, with other members, you know, as a separate organization. When I found out, I was new to the organization. I was fresh. She had just named me as the Houston chairman. So I was irate when I found out. I mean, I was in total disbelief. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, here we are. We supposed to have studied history. We understand that, you know, divide and conquer is not the way. So that ended up happening. There was pretty much nothing we could do about it. It was already set. So we here in the Houston chapter end up filing charges on Krystal Muhammad. You know, we did not think she could be our national chairperson. We didn't think she was fit for the job because of everything that had taken place. The National Central Committee at that time decided to keep on board. So the Houston chapter ended up going independent. We wasn't dealing with nobody at all whatsoever because we wanted the foolishness cleared up. There was some more misbehavior that ended up going on with Krystal down in Dallas. And so at that point, they did end up voting her out of our organization as our national chairperson. From that point, she went and created a third organization. I can't, you muted again, brother.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to catch this real quick because I want to just follow you. So Malik appoints Hashim.
Correct.
She goes with her group of friends of Panther members, whatever the case may be, and they vote her in. Now you got two.
And you got two.
So now are you saying that that group that ultimately grew a little bit under her ultimately voted her out?
Correct.
All right, so go ahead, brother. I just wanted to admit that's you create a new group, but then you get voted out by the group that you create. Is that not about right?
Correct. That's what happened. So when she was voted out, she went and created a third split and continued to call herself the national chair. That's when the second group that was created, we all got together and we said, hey, we need to create a difference between ourselves from Hashim and from Sister Krystal. So let's call ourselves the People's Party. That's when we added the rocker patch, put the People's Party on it. And so then at that point in time, that's when you started the splits that started going. I think the brother name is Ali. He got up under Krystal. He made another split with the Panthers for Justice. And here we are with all of these groups here today, simply because of that situation, which we're in the process of reversing all that, putting the organizations back together as one like it should be to begin.
The crazy thing about this is that all of this starts with Krystal. I don't know if y'all been watching the show, but if y'all been watching the show long enough, I said, I've always known about Malik Zulu Shabazz as being a new Black Panther. I've never knew about all of these splits. And what I was talking about is the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, the new Black Panther Party under Krystal. I'm on the East Coast, so Malik in DC. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, that might have some bearing on it, but I never knew, and many people never knew this. Many people never knew. But today, we get to see or hear that all of this starts with one common denominator, Krystal Muhammad. That should be enough. That speaks volumes. That out of one comes many, but this is in a negative way because now it seems like the clashes was happening with these splits, but now it's coming together, and that's a beautiful thing. Matter of fact, on the flyer that I put out, it seems like you got patches of everybody and flags of everybody in that picture, and that's what we're supposed to be seeing. And so, was there any way that was put forth of how to reconcile? Man, I guess you can't reconcile that. That seems intentional. So after she was booted out by her own members, she just took a few members and initiated herself again as another leader, is what you're saying?
Correct.
I think the numbers outweigh Krystal Muhammad, and I hope that one day that people say, listen, man, you just banged this off the island. It is what it is. Because this is just too much confusion. You know what I mean? This is just way too much confusion. Brother Talib, anything you want to add to the conversation, brother?
My history don't go back as far. I only got 6 years in, but I was under Malik Zulu Shabazz for about 5 years at Hashim the Zinger. When I first learned about everything that was going on, I was confused. I didn't know anything. All I saw was New Black Panther Party. You know, so I'm sending friend requests to everybody I see with a New Black Panther Party patch on their website. Then I started noticing people saying, oh, which side are you on? Who are you with? And I'm like, what do you mean, what side? Who am I with? You know, I'm like, I'm New Black Panther Party. All of a sudden, it started getting revealed. The history started coming through. In the beginning, I initially reached out to Krystal for years, never got a response, anything like that. Wanted to touch bases with the sister because, you know, I never directly had any problem with it. I was just a foot soldier. You know, I never moved up in rank, never looked for it, got offered a few times, but I like doing the work. I didn't want the rank. I didn't want the responsibility and the stress from it all. I just enjoyed doing for the people. I was that foot soldier. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm moving out. Wherever you want me to do, no questions asked. So once I got into the position that I'm in now, I decided to go down messing with the Supreme Commander down Lafayette, and that's when Krystal showed up herself. And knowing the history and trusting the brothers in the foundation that I'm with now, brothers like AJ Frazier, Listen on Moon, Babu, and all the other leaders that I'm coming under, because I look up to them. I trust the work that they do, so I look up to them. You know, I'm like little brother in this. You know, so I follow their guidance, their suggestions, listen to them, and I hear what they tell me because they got years of experience in this. So I fall in. So, you know, I'm warning the Supreme Commander, hey, you don't want to deal with this system. I heard she's bad news. I've seen videos, history, the receipts, the evidence. She doesn't get her way. She flips out. She does just that down in Lafayette because she couldn't get a time slot on the stage. She made one of the general orders of a Panther is not to let anyone disturb your post. She allowed brothers to come down there and create a ruckus down there in the crowd and everything like that. She was given a chance to speak, but then they revoked it and she wanted to blame it on the leadership that was there. Right at the end, she decided to come up on the stage and make a show, and you can hear on my body cam footage where you got the organizers and the leaders telling her, Krystal, please stop. Krystal, please stop. She's like, no, this ain't right. You're doing this to me because I'm a woman, and making a big scene in front of the whole crowd that was out there. After that, I posted the body cam footage because I wanted people to see what she was telling her account of what actually happened wasn't actually the truth. It wasn't to attack the sister. It was to just put out the straight facts. What happened, because I love wearing my body cam. Cameras don't lie. I wanted the people to see that what she was telling them wasn't the actual truth. Once I put that body cam footage out, that's when she started slandering me and going in on me. So I decided to do the exact same thing. Then that's when the whole beef started, where you see where I'm at, you know, all of those other things. People start digging up history and things way back before I stepped in the position that I'm in now. But that's all right, because we all grow and we learn from mistakes. But since I've been in the position and leadership role that I'm in now, I want you to go pull up some dirt on me for the past year and a half since I've been in the position that I'm in. Bet you can't do it. So you want to get on the old me, but you can't get on the new me because the new me is solid. So you can get on the old me when I was just a soldier, but as a general, you don't want these problems. So with that being said, Krystal Muhammad has been a thorn in my side and every other general and every other organization, to the point where NFAC members, shout out to the solid brothers and sisters in the NFAC. I love you. I thank you for some of y'all that did show up, even though your commander said you couldn't come, because you're solid and you knew exactly what time it was. So salute to those that came out and showed up, because that's the real ones that came to Tulsa. And the ones that wanted to come, I wish you was there. But with that being said, excuse me, with that being said, you got people now that are questioning coming into the movement because of how messy she's been. They don't know which way to go. They don't know what to do. I tell you to follow your heart, follow the ancestors, follow the work, follow the genuineness, follow the energy that is behind this, and come over here and join under the real RBG, under some solid brothers and sisters like Sisters of the Underground, the Huey Newton Gun Club, Anubis, the People's New Black Panther Party, PANSOC, the original, real New Black Panther Party, the original Black Panther Party. We got some real solid brothers out here that do some real work that don't always get televised, where we're actually saving lives. That's the key, saving lives. If you're not saving lives, then you are in this for the wrong reason.
Right.
You're on mute, brother.
Oh, I got you on. I'm trying to get the crackling out of there. So we got about 15, 20 more minutes. I just wanted to say that I think it's hope, family. I really think it's hope. I think hopefully I've been instrumental in pointing out some of the differences of the real revolutionary as opposed to the imitation revolutionary. Hopefully I've done that. Because I'm looking at a lot of these people, man, they're becoming overnight revolutionaries. Have y'all noticed that? And I'll call names. I look at people like, and I think he means well, like brothers like, which y'all might know. I'm not asking anybody to speak on it. Brothers like Delta, you know, he joined. He was a trainer. He was a literal trainer, successful. If anybody ever seen the video, very successful. You know what I mean? Had clients everywhere. He linked up with Grandmaster Jay and came up with this concept that he's a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? And still going live with these insignificant videos as if he's in a revolutionary fight. When in fact, the brother is a soldier and would have been a good soldier under good leadership. That's a fact.
Speaking of that, shout out to brother Ozone. And I love that brother. I'm gonna say that on
That's,
My
here.
little
I
hold
brother.
up.
love Ozone,
That's my
and
little
I'm gonna
bro.
say this.
Hold up.
And I'm bringing
Nah,
him
that's
up
my
for a
little
reason.
bro.
I'm bringing him up for a reason. Let me tell you. I'm bringing
That's
this
right.
up for a reason. Ozone went from Grandmaster Fake. I'm gonna say it. I don't care if people they already mad and hate me anyway. He went under Grandmaster Fake, and then he went under Krystal Muhammad, and now he over here. And I've never seen Ozone in his true state until he came over here, and I got to see Ozone for who he really
Bro,
was
let me tell you something,
under
bro.
real
Let me cut
leadership.
in. Let me cut in. So the other day, me and Ozone had a talk. Anybody know me and Ozone history? Me and Ozone talked before camera. This is why I respected Ozone, although I would social media throw some slaps at him or jabs at him, whatever the case may be, and he would do the same thing. But one thing I did respect with Ozone from day one, bro, he never made a video. He picked up the phone. He found me on IG. He hit me on IG, and I never forget in front of my house. Why you trying to come at Grandmaster J? What you trying to do? Brother, calm down. Brother, calm down. The brother's a fraud. No, you're a fraud. And we went back and forth like that. After he found out that, hold up, it may not something may be wrong, we mended, and we were cool. Then it came up with the sister Krystal. We at it again. So recently, a few days ago, we talked and we got heated again. But this is why I say I rock with Ozone. I don't have to agree with you all the time. Matter of fact, I don't have to agree with you none of the time. But all I need to know is, like our ancestors said, that you're demonstrating to thyself be true. To thyself be true. That brother is true to himself. I don't have to agree with it.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I'm watching the evolution of Ozone, and keep going like he's going. He's going to be a serious leader.
May I interject about Ozone? Look, as soon as I got to Tulsa with my team, I met my brother Nick, and Ozone was standing right there. And I got to talking to him. And the one thing I'll tell you about Ozone is what he's dedicated.
Yes, sir.
Dude, he's a live wire, but I'm gonna tell you why that's a good thing. Me and him got a common bond. We both Haitian. All right. So I saw the flag and I went, "Oh, Kystal." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay," but even then, I said, "Well, let me check you out on the field." When we went down to Greenwood, the time that wasn't permitted, we went down to Greenwood, and when we were in a kill box, and I signaled out for everybody to do a 360-degree perimeter around the whole formation, and we literally stood as human shields in front of the children just in case. Ozone was right there.
Oh yeah,
Nick was right there. Talib was right there. We had the whole react session right there. Babu, we covered down on Babu to make sure nothing happened to him. If I see a brother with a warrior's heart, and I'm talking about a real down-to-earth, humble brother, yeah, he's fiery, good. So what we're gonna do is temper that fire.
Bro, I just said he called me privately.
Yeah.
And went in.
Yeah.
He didn't do it on no camera. We didn't went back and forth on camera, but he called me privately.
Right.
This last year, before anybody knew who Ozone was.
Well, the thing is now,
I respect that.
Now that I met Ozone and everything, I talked to him the day before yesterday just to check on him. Just like I do everybody else. Man, you doing all right? Yeah, you need anything? All right, cool. I told him, I said, hey, you my little bro, now you stuck with me. You know what I mean? Because at the end state, we have youngsters that are looking to get into this movement. Okay? It is our job as leaders to train our replacements. I don't want to be doing this when I'm 60, 70 years old, man. I want to go fishing. Right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'll take an Ozone, put him up under my wing. Hey, brother, this is what you do. This is what you don't do. This is how you train. Don't train once a year. Train every weekend because your people gonna get rested. Learn your weapons, sight alignment, sight picture, natural point of aim, movement to engagement, extract, avenues of approach, cover concealment, things like that. Learn how to be a soldier for real. We got too many soldiers that say they soldiers, but half of the things I just said sound like Greek to me. But we keep saying protocol, this, solidarity. Krystal made me hate this word solidarity, even though I understand it's a real word, but I hate that. But at the end of the day, if we're sitting up and we're talking about we soldiers, we wearing these uniforms. If you can't go on the field and light a fire without a match, if you can't survive for 30 days in the field with just one MRE, if you can't doggone shoot effectively, move effectively in a situation like we're in Greenwood, you're not really a soldier. We got to train our future to be soldiers, not activists. We got a lot of activists. Now, in regards to revolutionaries, I would call Delta a revolutionary because I understand the definition of revolution and revolutionary. A definition of revolution is nothing more than the thought process that itself becomes infectious. A revolutionary is that person that does carry out that thought process. It's revolutionary. Doesn't mean you're a good revolutionary, but you are a revolutionary.
Yeah.
That does not make you a revolutionary soldier.
You're only going to be as effective as your leadership is.
That part.
I don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah, because when you look at some of the videos of last year, and you're a Marine, I know you had to look at that and be like,
I said killbox, crossfire. That's stupid. What are you doing?
and I've never been in the military before, but I just know how to duck things that fly across my way in West Baltimore. I know what to look for.
Right.
I mean, like I don't have no experience on no battlefield outside of West Baltimore and East Baltimore, but I mean, come on now.
Man, if you're from Houston on the north side, you know better than that.
Come on, man. Brother Yakina, anything you want to add, brother?
Yeah, man. I would like to add, man, that you know, I don't want our dear sister, man, to think that we are here to attack her in any kind of way at all whatsoever.
Let me interrupt you, bro. I know I interrupt a lot, but I'm glad that you did that thought right there, because I don't think I'm angry with Sister Krystal, but I'm hoping that she just get the message and do better. You know what I'm saying? I'm there you go. That's the perfect word. I'm disappointed. But I still got hope that she will hopefully do better. She has put out messages that I am against revolutionaries. Don't too many people believe it. No, she didn't put out that all of these leaders are agents. Don't too many people believe it. But initially when it's said, there's some people that take that stuff seriously. And now you have true brothers that are freedom fighters got targets on their back, only for a minute, but it's still serious. You know what I'm saying? So, brother, I want you to finish your statement that, you know, don't take it as an attack or whatever you were saying. I agree with that thought, bro.
Right. You know, because, you know, when I see you, I still have to hug you, you know, and love you because you are our sister. And we have problems to deal with that are much bigger, you know, than our own. We do not like the personal attacks that come against the brothers and sisters, being called special ops when things are not, you know, going quite your way. You know, but we are here to support you and surround you in love and deal with our conflicts the way that we are supposed to deal with our conflicts. I am a person that stands for right. I was friends with Krystal Muhammad before I ever even thought about being a Panther. But at the end of the day, I'm going to stand for what's right. Anybody that's wrong, I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, so on and so forth, I will stand up and tell anybody when they are wrong. We are supposed to be an example. We are leaders to this community. Our people need strong leadership in order to guide them in the right direction. We have built something that I have not seen since I've been in the movement, and it's not going to do nothing but get stronger at this point. So right now we have to have extreme focus on the problems at hand instead of continuing to deal with internal conflict. Because if you're dealing with internal conflict, all you're doing is building up and tearing down. You're building up and you're tearing down. And you're doing so much in building and tearing down that you're not never moving forward. The stakes will get higher and higher as we go. We know what the enemy has done. You know, how they have destroyed us, how they have attacked us. It has always been from the inside out. We have to build a coalition of brothers and sisters that are so strong that nobody can ever come from the outside ever again and be able to threaten what we have on the inside of us.
Right.
We are heading to a place that we haven't seen for 50 years. Our enemies are going to come for us again and try to attack leadership. So we are preparing for that. And we have to cover down on all our soldiers and all our leaders. We know what COINTELPRO is about. We cannot let our enemies write things on paper, then turn around and after we've studied it, turn around and let them execute the plan in our face using our own against us like they did with the crack cocaine epidemic. You know, sending our own people against us to get us arrested and things like that of that nature. Having them draw blueprints to our homes and getting close to us and next to us. So this is where we are headed to, and this is what this is for. This is to clear up any kind of confusion that was about all the different splits that was going on. We bring in all of these organizations together under one banner. We are going to be united under our leadership. You will no longer see this person by themselves, this organization by themselves. We will all be united because it's all about unity at the end of the day. And when we stand up strong and united, we cannot be stopped. The only ones who can stop us is ourselves because we are our own worst enemy. I thought the white man was bad as hell until I got into the movement. When I got to the movement, I said, man, this ain't got nothing to do with the cracker. This got everything to do with us. And once we can solve that, we on our way somewhere. People, this is about our freedom at the end of the day. We come into this, man, and get caught up with our egos and want people to follow us. This is about the liberation of our people for us to be able to educate our own children. We continue to send our children to the schools, get educated by the white man, and we already know what that's about. So we got to start with the children, man. And, you know, take care of ourselves. You know, they're willing to pause in our water. They're willing to pause in our food. We can be self-sufficient as a people. We can learn to practice politics on our own because building a nation, we have to know how to govern ourselves. So we have to be politically astute. We have to be militant-minded. We have to know how to defend what we build. It does no good for us to build up anything at all whatsoever if we're not able to defend it. So we have to be united on all fronts. And whoever has the ability, whether it be doctors, lawyers, so on and so forth, we asking you to come and join us as a united force. You know, religion has nothing to do with it at all, regardless of where you are at spiritually. Like I told the brothers and sisters out there, those are just branches on a tree, but that's all connected to the root. So let's just be intelligent. COINTELPRO is the counterintelligence program. They counter intelligence. They don't have to counter foolishness at all whatsoever. And all we've been doing is dealing with a bunch of foolishness and nonsense. From this point on, I can tell you today, with the brothers and the sisters that we have in this room, we check one another. You know, we brainstorming. So we putting together something that can't be broken, that's going to be solid. We'd like to thank all the brothers and sisters who done it in the past, who gave us an example. We still here working. We don't want no separation between the old and the new. We all are one. We need that wisdom and that strength to come together as well. We sick and tired of all the nonsense, period. You know, the old ones having a legacy and this and that. We're not done with nothing at all whatsoever because we still haven't reached the point to where we got our freedom. This is about our freedom. We're going to expose all the imposters, whoever you are. It'll be a mistake for you to step onto a stage trying to lead our people in the wrong direction because we will seek you out. And we will let the people know that you are an imposter. And it's up to the people to make their mind up at that time. And all we're going to do is present facts. And us presenting facts to the people is not being messy. We just present facts so you can make an informed decision. And that's what it's about moving forward. Black power, all power to the people.
Man, I appreciate that because I can't even ask no question because my question was going to be, how do we weed out, or how do you guys weed out one that has crept in amongst and act, not even crept in, because I don't believe they can creep into your circle, but come out before the people and act as if they're trying to lead the people. They don't have no track record. They don't have no resume when it comes to liberation. They don't have, I mean, they just pop up and all of a sudden they liberated. They don't have no past leadership. They don't have no community service. They don't have nothing. And how do you deal with that? Say tomorrow somebody pop up at they ambulance chasing, and somebody get unfortunately, if it would happen, to be very unfortunate that one of our young brothers and sisters get killed by the police, and now this person jumps out of nowhere. Nobody knows him, and now he says, we're gonna tear this mother effer down, and everybody get strapped up, and da, 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 da. And now the people begin to gravitate to him. How would that be addressed?
It all starts out as a conference. Somebody sees it, we have a generals meeting, and we all deliberate on what we're going to do as a unit. I mean, even if I'm operating with Anubis and I happen to see somebody kind of hokey, first of all, and it has happened, I've seen somebody and they try to move wherever we move, and I literally send my React team over there, get them up out of here.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, we'll take a picture of you. We'll bring you back. Hey, y'all know this dude? No. Okay, well, this dude was out here and he was trying to follow Anubis around, so you might want to keep your head out.
And the same thing happens with nonprofit organizations. They spring up overnight. And soon as the tragedy happens, here you go, they gaining momentum. You know what I'm saying? They gaining momentum. And I believe that we need to have a response to that type of behavior, because people are getting rich off of our tragedy, off our oppression. When that same resource could be used to mobilize what's my brother AJ, who do rescue. You do rescue. You know what I'm saying? That could be some hotel. That could be some food. Those same resources, you know what I mean, can get Anubis across from the west to the east coast with a team to rescue a little girl or something. You know what I mean? To get AJ team. You know what I'm saying? So when people are misleading our people and stealing our resources, which is the people, that definitely should be addressed.
I think what's happened with what we have now, for example, with what we just had pop up recently, I think with what we have now, it's going to be hard for anyone to pop up now and snatch up people the way that it was done before. We're not making the same mistake twice. So I think the next person who pops up on the scene thinking they're going to get our people to go out there without talking to us, it's not going to happen. So this isn't to be cocky. This isn't to boost or toot our own horns, but we got people who are legendary, who've been doing this for a while, been in this movement for a while, and got a good track record, and are respected by a lot of conscious, woke, militant people in this movement, and their word goes far. So unless you're reaching out to the people that are in this circle and beyond, it's going to be hard to get people to follow you without us responding to it, if we see that you're a fake.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. And again, if I cover somebody on Moorish World TV and I'm wrong, I'm telling you, I will apologize and I will take the video down. It is what it is. Anything you want to say in closing, Brother Moon?
Yes, sir. I'd like to tell you real quick. Listen, y'all heard what happened. Y'all been hearing what's been happening in the inside.
Your mic sound like a walkie-talkie.
Hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go.
Okay, hear me now?
Try to put it on mute and take it off mute and see what happens.
All right. Hear me now?
Yeah, you good though. You good.
All right. To our people, don't get discouraged. You know,
functions. The QC department. We basically trying to revamp everything to get faith back aimed at our movements. And the thing of the matter is, I just want you to use cognitive thinking. Use wisdom. Don't go with your eyes. Go with your heart, what the ancestors tell you. If you do that, I can pretty much guarantee you're gonna see us on the other side of it. So don't be discouraged. We're with you. Our children need heroes. Our children need heroes. Not frauds. Heroes. Now, if you're grown, you don't need a hero. You need to be one. But our babies, our little boys and our little girls need a positive shining example of what it is to really be an advocate. What it is to really be black and stand up for your people. That time is now. Adults, you need to stop being sheep. Be lions and silverbacks. We need them. Thank you.
I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you. Anything else? Anybody else? Brother, I hope y'all will come back with my brother Babu on Saturday and add to the conversation. If y'all are welcome, if you're available, I think we're going to do 9:30 East Coast with brother Babu. I'm going to try to get Ozone here. I'm going to get a few other people here too, so we can people might think I'm crazy. I just want to celebrate that you guys had the resources, the heart, and the tenacity to say, you know what? We're going to show up. We're going to show up, and we're going to let them know that we know and that we haven't forgotten. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to show up with your suit and tie on, with your shorts on, but it's a different message when you show up with that thing go bang, bang. It's a whole different message. And like I said, even with the brothers that was with GMJ, I know a few of them brothers would bust off. Right. And I know that there is in the group that I seen the picture, they gonna bust off. But that wasn't what Tulsa was for. But to send the message that we know and we haven't forget is very important. We haven't forgotten is very important. That's just where I'm at with it. I see my brother Jamal there. You know what I'm saying? He haven't made a video. He been quiet, but he right in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta honor that. He ain't jumping in front of no camera saying, yeah, look, where this person at? He right there representing, and all the brothers and sisters who haven't had the ability to be represented because I don't know you. I appreciate you. And I would like to say, I think anybody that likes revolution also appreciates you, because when I want to say on More Trail TV, one reason that I knew that Grandmaster Jay was a fraud, because his operation was sloppy. It was just super, super sloppy. That's one amongst many. One of the saddest thing is that there was no contingency plan to move people around the country. They had to move on their own dollar. They had to move, leaving their families. They had to, and it was one after another. Stone Mountain, Kentucky, Louisiana. That is very expensive. And as a leader with no contingency plan and keep calling people to your aid like that is very sloppy, And so to see Tulsa kick off, I know what it takes to travel. I know what it takes to leave your family. It can be a financial hardship, but y'all did it. And as you say, y'all have a what will be a council together to make things better. And I got confidence that I'll be able to call on you and say, listen, I'm a little bit controversial this week. I need security because I'm about to go let them have it. I'll move, send me 10 people.
I'm going.
Brother Talib, he writing DC. Talib, I need 5, brother. Brother Yakana, AJ, I need 10, brother. Send me, because I'm about to. Now, I didn't already let people know how our people have tried to sabotage what we're doing by the hand that we don't see. But now we're going to deal with the hand that we don't see. I need 10 security.
But you already know I'm right down the street. I'm like 40 minutes away from you, so.
Oh yeah, let me tell you that about this brother. Same thing. The first time that we had conflict, I was hot too. Pick up the phone. Islam, you don't know who this is? You call my phone. What you mean you don't know who this is? You don't even think I could get your number, did you? You got a problem? Man, we about to meet up and everything. Let's meet up. Look, yeah, we got a problem. Come on, let's. But one thing I do respect is the brother didn't make a video. Like, if you make a video about me, I'm going to deal with you on social media terms. It is what it is. If you talk about me on social media, I'm going to deal with you on social media terms. But real men, they find your number and pick up your phone.
Right.
And they say, brother, can we meet up? Brother, what's the issue? Or clown, we're going to deal with this ASAP. And that's why I respect Brother Talib, brother like Ozone, and honorable brothers like Babu. You know what I'm saying? I respect people like that because I don't see no reason why we should backdoor each other. But if you want to social media this thing, we're going to social media. But we're going to be men. That's what men do. Bro, I ain't really feeling that. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? So honor to Brother Talib and honor to you brothers. I appreciate y'all family. Is that brother from DC? Yeah, he's from DC. he live in DC. I'm trying to tell you, he trying to pull up on me. He hit me out. We was about to battle this thing out. But I thank you, brother. I see y'all on Saturday. If you're free to leave, I see you Saturday. We're gonna have the big brother in the building, and we just gonna be a supporting. We're gonna be a supporting cast on Morris World TV when the big brother Babu come in the building, because big brother Babu look the beast in the face and say, "Where the law that say that at?" And my brother Abu was on. Man, this is a beautiful thing. We're going to talk about it, family. I hope y'all be here. I appreciate y'all, family. And stay around Morris World TV. I want to share with you this platform real quick. So, brother, I see y'all Saturday, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, peace, family.
Peace.
So, family, listen. What I need y'all to do is, family, listen. I got some serious stuff coming up, family. If you don't want to, thank you, Candy. Thank you for waking our people up. You are awesome. May God continue to cover you and keep you in perfect peace. Thank you, Sister Candy. So listen, family, listen. I'm going to tell you this. If you email me, and I know that you have been watching Morris World TV, and I recognize you like Faith Speaks or people that are sincere about information about our people, and you can't afford the $10 a month for this platform, email me and we're going to work something out to get you on there, because I really want to get people to know. And I don't believe that people are willing to pay $10 into something that they don't believe in, but it's $10 a month, family. I'm going to put this link in here, right? If you are interested, I'm going to tell you the first thing that we're going to have is, I'm going to give you a sample real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you a sample. This is the link right here. It's called Throne, and it's a chat, but it's a chat where I can send you my videos. I can send you all of the information that I'm telling you. All right, let me tell you something. There's a story where, now we're going to get into a little bit that seems like gossip, but it's real significant as it relates to our organization, where K-Foss was, he denies messing with Michi X. Michi X gives him money. He gets his house fixed. But then it's a whole bunch of freaky deaky foolishness, nonsense going on that will be talked about. And you're going to be surprised with the source. You're going to be so surprised. I'm telling you, it's going to blow you away. If you catch the throne next, I'm going to start next week. I'm going to start next week with a brother, and I'm going to be showing clips of what I'm going to be talking about. But you going to be blown away. One of the first things that I'm going to upload tomorrow, let me see if I can pull it. Let me cut my mic down because I don't want to give you too much. Hold on. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? I just don't want to give you too much. Y'all ready? So this is one of the top commanders in NFAC deflecting. He's out of there. But in departing, here we go. I don't care. It is what it is.
USA. This is where you're at. Young people, they can't come here and protect you. We can. So before you write us off, you better wake up and right your wrongs. Are you kidding me? You banking on some shit overseas? You banking on some green cards? Nigga, are you fucking kidding me? This shit is right here. Ain't none of them coming. Those weaponless individuals can't do shit for you here. So before you get so, the United States, fuck them, I'm good. London, where you at? UK, where you at? Africa, motherland. Fuck out of here. You better wake the fuck up. You here. You here. This is where your allies are. This is where your allies are. Because your allies is where your ass lies. Right here. So before you like, fuck y'all, nigga, you gonna fuck yourself.
I got to leave it right there, family. The whole demonstration will be uploaded. Did you hear that, Shaw? Listen, that demonstration is going to be uploaded tomorrow on the throne. Also, the next day after that, if I get my time right, I'm going to be uploading the full conversation with Rose. I want to know. That's all you got to do is hit the link. And thank you, Sister Candy. Thank you. She said, I want to know what is up. And yes, I will give you to now. Tell me what to do. I believe you are the truth. Much respect. Thank you, Sister Candy. But listen, listen. I'm telling you. Hey, Faith, stop, Faith. Listen, family. Listen. Tomorrow, it will be on the platform. The following day, I'm going to have Miss Rose full conversation about Grandmaster Jay, the one that created the the GoFundMe. Family, I have so much stuff, but I can't talk about it here. I have too much. Family, do you know I've been holding back? Do you know that? Press 1 if you know I've been holding back. I've been looking for a place to give this to you. I've been looking for a place. Shout out to my brother Michael Connor. A lot of this stuff, we're going to put samples. Michael Connor helped me out with a website. We're going to put stuff out there. I've been holding back, family, but I'm going to tell you, if you're going to love this. I didn't mean to. Brother Divine, hold up. I exposed your face too? You exposed my face too. I didn't expose your face, Divine. I don't think. I hope not. If I did, I'm sorry. My bad. But that's why. That's why people need to know these things. People need to know these things. It is what it is. Divine Eloquence. That's your video? People need to know the truth. People need to know the truth. And people need to know the truth. Divine Eloquence. That's a private message between me and GMJ. Well, let me tell you something. That private message is all over the internet. I'm just one who privy to it. If that's you, Divine, if that's you, that's my video and phone call with Miss Rose. How you know I got a video? Divine, you're wrong. You don't know what I got, Divine. Divine don't know what I got. He playing. In the upper room. So if you subscribe to Throne, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So family, I'm going to have them up there tomorrow. I'm going to just start dropping stuff. I just need to go through my computer. I just want to start dropping stuff so everybody can get it. I got crazy family. I'm going to tell you, I said I'm going to drop this one tomorrow, but everything else is going to be next week, where it's just going to be bombshell after bombshell after bombshell after bombshell. That's what it's going to be, because I've been researching this for a long time. I got many because I made a video and you put a clip of it showing my face. You do not. I never put a clip of showing your face. Who are you? Who is this people? I never put a clip of showing nobody's face. Who is these people? Honey Wheat? Who is these people? I never showed your face to nobody. Show me where I never showed your face to nobody. What are you talking about? I never did that. But and I put a clip of showing my face, and you do not upload that. Oh yeah, I got that. I got that one right there, J Vots. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. I'm telling you, J Vance, that's going to be crazy. I'm telling you, that's going to be. When that one is told, that's a series. Yeah. Michael Carter. And again, if that's their recording in the video, how did TB get it? J Vance. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is very risky, so I ain't gonna say no more on this platform. I'm going to be promoting this platform. This is, I'm telling you, this platform here is going to be so cutting edge. I'm trying to tell you. This platform is going to be so cutting edge. You're gonna learn some stuff about this life that people been faking and misusing and abusing people. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Sister Millie Queen, what's up, sis? I got you, sis. You can send me your email address. With that being said, family, I see y'all on Saturday with the big brother, brother Babu, and I'll be back here doing it again. Peace and love, family.